Welcome back. Royer from Jersey, aka River City Seal Coating, Chesterfield, Virginia, here on the start of the 2025 driveway seal coating season. On the way today, behind the scenes, day in the life of a driveway seal coater. On deck, we've got 3 driveways, approximately 8,500 square feet to seal, 225 linear feet of cracks to fill with our hot rubberized crack filler. So this is it coming through. Guys have already started trimming here. Let's just jump right into it. Guys have already started trimming. Gonna get this all cleaned up here. What I'd like to do beforehand is I'll do a walkthrough of the driveway, rotate any areas. I see some moss right here. Looks like it gets sunshine in the morning, and then in the afternoon not much here. So moss, indicator of not a lot of sunshine. Can be issues with your sealer adhesion. Over here, little pile, a lot of shade. Looks like sealer's sticking here. Looks like they've power washed the driveway not too long ago, which is nice. You can kind of see the stripes, so that's nice. Over here, everything looks pretty normal, coming right through here. Yeah, so these are all the cracks that we're going to fill with our hot rubberized crack filler. I'll show you how we're going to be using all that stuff here in a minute. Guys have got all the sweet ramps moved out of the way. Nothing crazy under there. Yeah, this is nothing we haven't done before. 3 driveways, all probably about the same size as this, in the same neighborhood, which is awesome. Dialing our marketing, which is working. Don't have to drive too far between each job, which has been really nice. Been able to go out and bang more driveways out in the neighborhood. So 3 8,500, 275 linear feet of cracks to fill with rubber, and approximately $3,100 in revenue to bring in. So hopefully at the end of the day, I'll show you the numbers. Hopefully we made some money. Confident we should bring in some dinero today. So how are we doing this all today? Let me walk you through all the equipment here. Right here we have a Shindua power broom. This is a gas powered power broom. These bristles are usually a lot longer. They usually stick out to about yonder, but we've been wearing them out. This is pretty worn down. This is the second time I've changed the head. What's good about these machines is you can use the 2-stroke fuel. Don't mix oil and gas. So as long as you use the 2-stroke on your small 2-stroke engines, they'll last a lifetime. This has been awesome. Able to change the, you can change the heads, which has been really nice. Able to clean all the dirt and debris out of the pores of the asphalt, really easy. I used to have to clean it with the 6-inch broom when I first started painting the rear. We've got 2 trimmers that are trimming up, adding some string to now. Makes for expedited trimming. This is our MA10 hot crack fill unit. This is a rubberized crack filler dispenser. I'm gonna put that over there so there's no rubber. Oh, thank you, Mr. George. We just started to melt a block in there, but we ran out of propane. Get that fired up again. So yeah, the way this works is pretty much it's like a kettle. Push behind kettle, fire up the little torch right here. Heats up the bottom, heats up the whole side. It's like an insulated kettle in there, and then it melts the rubber. Once the rubber is melted, it comes out this little dispenser right here, and puts out a little 2-inch bead right there, and we use the shoe to push it flat. A couple tricks with this one: you don't want to overheat it. You want to keep the temperature between like 300, 350 degrees at most, so you don't overcook the material. If you cook the material, it can become basically too liquidy, and it starts to seep into the cracks a lot quicker versus a nice viscous material. Number 2, if you don't run out of propane, but let's say the wind blows out the propane and you're just blowing propane in there, you don't see it. What you want to do is, number 1, take this out, turn off the propane, let it empty out, and then reignite it. Sometimes if you go back, sometimes it's like a bomb in there. If you go back in there too soon, there's been too much propane built up in there, and you put the torch in there, and you have the lid blow off, have this kind of blow up. It's a hot rubberized material in there. It gets nasty, so safety first. Keep it away from mailboxes when you're heating it up. So I'll show you how we do perfect crack filling lines with this. Here is our Sealrite SR700 full sweep hydraulically agitated seal coat tank. A couple ways you can get into the business. You can start with 5-gallon buckets. I'll give you a quick breakdown. 5-gallon buckets from Home Depot. You can fabricate your own IBC tote tank, put it in the back of a truck, and just pretty much make a dongle, feed into buckets, do driveways that way. You can fabricate your own. I've seen people just put like barbecue tanks, literally just barbecue tanks with a little, you can get crazy with it. Just need a cylinder, some way to mix it up, come out the bottom over there, fill up the bucket. You can go the rental route, Sealrite, Sealmaster, a lot of other companies you can rent these units from. So if you go out and solicit your business first, get a lot of driveways or parking lots lined up, you can go ahead and literally rent one of those, $400 or $500 a day. Rent one of those, $60, $80 a day. Get yourself some trimmers, a blower, go bang stuff out. You can rent these things. You can go buy once, cry once, like I did. Actually, I started with 5-gallon buckets when I first started, a long time ago. I finally upgraded to this bad boy. Full suite, hydraulically agitated air compressor on here. You got a 2-inch diaphragm Wilden pump right here, which pumps out the material. The compressor drives air into here. This is the buoy pump in here, and which pumps out the material a couple different directions. You can go up here, pump back in, recycle the material to the top, come back here, do the hose, which we like to do is pretty much drag the hose out. Sorry, getting a little loud. And then, yeah, you can spray parking lots. We always hand broom driveways. We don't spray driveways. By the time you edge it and spray it, it's gonna look a lot better by broom. So this is the big boy. And then the final route you can do is just basically sub out the work. You can, if you have a good brand, good marketing, you can go ahead and sub out. You can find someone to do the work for you, go sell it for 10, 15 cents higher than you normally would, and sub it out to the guy who can do it a little bit cheaper. So those are like the 6 ways to get into the business. I plan on doing a video a lot more in detail of each and the benefits of each and one of those. IBC tow tank, you're not gonna have the agitation. You're gonna have to kind of mix it up. It's a mess. So that's our SR700 towed by the new addition to the fleet. If you've been tuning along, this is a brand new baby. Not brand new, but this is a 2017 government-owned F-250 Super Duty. I'm taking off the reins this year. I'm letting the guys, cutting them loose. Trying to, at least. Lots of training involved here today. So, new truck, 17,000 miles, government-owned. This is literally just been driven around base. They brand new, not the brand, this is tires from the factory. 16,000 miles. Tows this, which is getting me out. That's my GMC 3500. I used to have to pretty much haul everything by myself with the guys, and made an investment, and this is how we start. I gotta turn my business into a company here. So on here, a little bit messy. Second M810 crack fill unit. We got the hose to cool down the driveway before we lay down the sealer. Look, the guys remembered their cooler, but they couldn't remember Aquafault today. They couldn't remember the stuff that we needed. And this is the sand that we throw down on top of the hot crack filler. Black Diamond. Get this one on Tractor Supply. Biggest question that we have is, what are you throwing on top of the hot rubberized crack filler? And it's sand. This helps with traction, helps the sealer blend with the crack a lot better, helps with hot tire pickup. If you drive highway speed tires, 80, 90, not 80 miles an hour, 65 miles an hour down the road, bring those tires back onto the hot rubber that's been sitting in the sun all day, and you park your tire on top of that, there's a propensity to leave a mark and or peel up that little section of a strip. It's like the second most thing we get complaints about there. So that's that. What else am I missing? What's in the box? What's in the box? Let's see here. Oh, it's loud. I might have to turn this part. Why is this not open? Oh, I'm doing the wrong way. I'm an idiot. No. You got your tools, True Fuel, that's what I'm talking about. So your 2-stroke stuff. You don't want to play scientist, mix oil and gas. You don't have time for that. You're a contractor. Get the real stuff. WD-40, some prep seal. That's what we use to treat any oil stains on the driveway prior to sealing it. A little toolbox of everything you need. Spark plugs. Most small engines, biggest issue are like, it's either you have lack of spark, so keep an extra set of spark plug. I got pullers in here. I've got all sorts of extra plugs in here. Different size pullers. You never know when your small engine might go out. So if you have something, that's what I keep handy dandy in there. And then other than that, these guys are, get a set of loppers. I have them at the shop. We're doing this the old school way. Carlos is a savage. We're cutting this, we've got to trim all the stuff off the side here to the edge. So that's the rundown of everything that we're gonna be using today. Gonna set the blower up right here, get the tripod set up. And then what else am I missing? That's it, day in the life. I'll walk you through best practices of getting these things filled nice and evenly, and then seal coating. So sun's gonna be out. 2 hours we'll be here, full sun. So let's get out of here soon. 3 to go, 3 to knock out. Day numero uno. Let's get this done without some hiccup. So you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and go from there. Bye. All right, real quick, I forgot. Let me show you how we calculate the sealer that we have and how much we use per day. So this is a cylinder tank, it holds all the sealer. Like I mentioned, it's a full sweep agitation, meaning the hydraulic paddles in there reach the whole edge of the tank there, which makes it really nice to make sure all the sand and everything gets agitated. And so how you measure this cylinder, I'll put a volume tank chart right there. So basically what you do, you measure from would be the top of the cylinder. So not that's the top of like the porthole. Do the top of the cylinder to the top level of the sealer. It's a little bit bubbly. Take my sunglasses off. Yeah, it's pretty much right there. So what you do is you measure the distance between the top and the top of the sealer. Let me put it on my phone. Put up my phone without dropping it in the tank. If I drop that in the tank, we'll have a very, very long and bad day. So basically put your, let me film it. Put it right yonder. It looks like it's right there. And try to get it eye level with the, am I filming it? Am I getting it? So measures right to the top where it kind of sits in like, you don't want to dip it in too far. So we're about 19 inches. Don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it. Okay, you get the point. It's 19, trust me. Trust me. So what we'll do at the end of the day is we'll take another measurement, and then we'll see how much it's gone down, and then calculate the distance between the two, and then we'll be able to see how much sealer we've used through the day, and that'll give us an idea of our profitability and average square footage. I'd say this stuff is pretty sealed, so the more it's been sealed, the less material we're going to use, the more, it's a new asphalt like the driveway, it's going to take less. If it hasn't been sealed in a while, it's going to take more. Always need to take in that consideration. We found on average, historically, data speaking, you probably get like driveways, 60 to 70 square feet per square foot of sealer. And then parking lots, depending on if you're spraying, 50, 60, 70-ish, depending on how many, the tip that you use. So that's how we do it. We got 19 inches to start. Close that down. Let's get cleaning and rock and roll, baby. Let's go. 1 of 3 complete. That's it. Final results. A little bit of technical difficulty with my pump here. First, it's always like this the first couple jobs of the season. Heavy load of sand, new material. I think my pump is clogged. I think there's some issues going on in my Wilden 2-inch pump. So we had to do this bad boy like I used to do it, by the 5-gallon bucket. Nothing I've never done before. That's literally how I started the company to begin with. I just had a 300-gallon tank with the pump on it, but the pump sat too high for the material to come out. It was always spraying and spritzing, so I ended up just doing everything by the bucket. And let me tell you, that was the strongest I'd ever been. So nothing we haven't done before. Probably bang out the next 2 with buckets. It's not, she's acting up. I gotta rip it apart when I get to the shop and see what's going on with it. But 1 of 3 complete, 8:30 to 11. It definitely could have been a little bit quicker. Oh, frustrating morning. I don't know talk about my morning every day. So it's not easy being a business owner. Not easy. So 1 of 3, check, complete. Looks a little shiny if you look at it this way. Still shiny. I like the way it looks the other way. That's why I started that way. But the way it dries is the water evaporates out of the sealer. So you want to close it off in the front. 3 days for foot traffic. Excuse me, 3 days for cars, 24 hours for foot traffic. So on to the next one, baby. Alrighty. Driveway number 2. 3,200 square feet. No crack fill. Literally right down the road from the other one. Love it. This is an ideal situation. Absolutely no window time. So coming through, getting clean. Already got trimmed here. This is in perfect condition here. They're right on schedule. They got paved last year. And they are ready to be shielded, folks. Ready to be shielded. Doing my walkthrough. Anything notation? No, it looks good. No cracking. Make sure we get this all cleaned up back here. No problemos. Beautiful home. Got a pool back there. Oh, I'm jealous. A few more years, people. A few more years. All right. What's that? Oh, cleaning. Something from the car, maybe. Other than that, I'm ready to rock and roll. Just need to get the fire blown. I get the equipment fired up here. And we are off to the races. Alrighty. Driveway number 2 in the books. That's it. Easy peasy, just like the old days here. Kind of see it's already evaporating steam in here. That's the water curing out of the sealer. It's definitely why we cool it down. It was a lot easier to work over there. Versus over here, we have to scramble. We're in scramble mode over here. With the heat of the direct sun on top of the asphalt, it's going to make that area obviously a lot hotter. Probably if it's like 80, 90 degrees outside, it's going to be 150-ish, 140-ish on the temp of the asphalt. So we spray it to cool it down, but you also have to spray it a couple times to keep the... guys, Carlos, bring a little brush. You missed a spot. Yep. Attention to detail, folks. Attention to detail. That's why I do the walkthrough. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So yeah, we cool down the asphalt as we go. It would have been very extremely hard to work up here in the direct sun without spraying it down. Got to coolly helps blend footprints together. You kind of see it's already starting to dry. Nice uniform strokes here. So a little bit of a pain with the 5-gallon buckets, but honestly, it can be a little bit easier depending on how quick your team is. We're getting there, getting a little quicker. But let's go get number 3 somewhere down the road. And yeah, stay tuned. Bye. Alrighty, number 3, 12 o'clock. Making okay time, decent time. Not the best in the world here, given the circumstances. So here, gonna be doing a little bit of aquafalt. I'll show you how we do that. Throw it in there. He didn't want to do a full-on saw cut repair. Just kind of get it in there, throw and go, as we call it. Culvert, probably some drainage issues. Kind of just probably driving over there with the tire. A little bit oversealed. This is kind of what it looks like if you overseal the driveway. Let's see, acrylic-based sealer, no sand in the previous mixes, as well as just doing it too much. You can see there's really no pores left on the asphalt. So got to kind of just make a notation. We noted oversealing, micro cracking. This is what's called micro cracking, micro fissuring. Can't go crazy with the rubberized crack fill there. That's just basically where the sealer is going to come in and fill. So nice and smooth. This isn't going to take up as much sealer. Oh, my guys are late. I don't know where they're at. Anyway, not going to take up as much sealer as the other asphalt. Doing it here. Get this all cleaned up right here. Gotta clean that. I gotta get that chipped out. I'm gonna throw some asphalt right here. Boom, right there. Get that cleaned up. And then other than that, pretty good shape. Water runs that away. And yeah. I don't know how they managed to be late. Yeah, wave at me. Yeah, smile, George. Okay, number 3 of 3. Number 3 of 3 of 3 of 3. Get these guys rocking and rolling here. All right, let's get this party started. Bye.
this whole world keeps on messing it up. Yeah, I thought that I could do better if I just believed. I'm thinking back to when you were in the sweater that you got from me. It's so complicated.
Driveway number 3. Done and done. She was a doozy one. You had to work quick. This been sealed, oversealed like this, and in the full sun, you probably saw it steaming. You got to work super quick. Not a lot of pores for the water to sit in. It kind of just evaporates immediately. So that's it. 8:30 to 2:30. Not a bad day. 3.1K. Definitely could have been a little quicker. Debating on going and getting my pump worked on now and or this weekend. I'm gonna call Seal Master, see what they got. But yeah, starting to dry. You kind of see it starting to dry. It takes a little bit longer to dry in those cracks there, but it'll dry nice and uniform there. So appreciate everybody tuning along. This is it. Day in the life. A little frustrating. My pump's not working. And it irks me, but par for the course here with the shiny thing. So y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, smash that button. And how's it going? We'll see you on the next one. All right. Appreciate it. Bye. Question of the hour. How much sealer? Let's see, you got the aeration. You want to go right to the tippy top? I'm going to call it 20, I see about 22 inches. It's hard to see, but again, you want to measure from the top of the cylinder down to the surface level. Don't go into the surface level. It's about 21 and a half. I forget what I started with. It's been a long day, but I'll show all the profits and everything that we did here. One thing I didn't account for in this morning was the crack fill. We used approximately one box of crack fill today. You're supposed to get like 350 linear feet out of the box of crack fill, out of one of these guys right here. This is from last year, so it's sorry, but this stuff stays good forever. It's not rubber. So we used one of those today, so I'll account that for the, I'll put all the gross profits and margins, labor, so you guys can see what I actually brought in today. 3 driveways. Day in the life of the seal coater, day 1. I hope the rest of the season is not like this. Hope it's not like this. So, everybody, appreciate it. Let's see some pizza. Let's go. Oh.